The New York Knicks picked up a 125 to 119 victory tonight over the Philadelphia 76ers. This was actually a double win because the Knicks won and the Boston Celtics lost to the Toronto Raptors. So if you go ahead and you look at the standings of the Knicks, they're going to go to 27 and 15. The Celtics are going to go to 28 and 12, which would put us just 2 games behind them. I mean, the Knicks, it's just crazy because they had lost 5 of their last 7 coming into this one. It seemed like the sky was falling. And now all of a sudden you realize, hey, look, the Knicks are 2 games out of the 2 seed. Let's pump the brakes here. But the Knicks did get some devastating news. And that's, well, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be playing with a thumb injury the rest of the year because he's not getting surgery. Good, but he's electing not to, which means he's going to have to play through the pain. Is that going to affect Cat's shooting? We'll have to wait and see. Mitchell Robinson did as well respond to the video that I made saying that, oh, well, if they move on from Mitch, they could get Valančiūnas. And it was actually kind of hilarious. But we'll talk about the game, man, because this was a great one. I definitely want to give you guys my reaction to it. We'll start off with Mikal Bridges. He had 23 points, 9 of 19 from the field. Mikal early on was red hot. I want to say he hit his first 4 threes. This was an OT game, so going back to the beginning just seems like a while ago, but Mikal was awesome. I thought he played good defense. 5 of 10 from 3. That's the Mikal that the Knicks are going to need moving forward. OG Anunoby at 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 of 16. I thought defensively, again, very similar to Bridges. OG was good. It's just Maxey hit some tough shots. Really, Philly in general hit some tough shots. They shot 50% from the field and 37 from 3. They knocked down all 14 free throws, and they lost by 6 points. Just one of those games where the Knicks couldn't miss. It seemed like we shot 43.2% from 3, 53.5% from that field. I think the one thing you could say that the Knicks didn't do a good job of tonight was from the free throw line. They ended up missing 7 of them, 70.8%. When you leave 7 points on the table, more often than not, you're probably going to lose that game. But the Knicks thankfully found a way to win it. Jericho Sims, honestly, one of his better games, if I'm being completely honest. Didn't like the 4 fouls, but he had 8 points and 7 rebounds. He attacked the offensive glass. He had 6 of them. There you go, exactly. Sims was amazing in this one. He is on the trade block. I personally don't expect him to stay with the Knicks, but if they do keep him and Sims can play like this, it's going to take a lot of the pressure off of Cat, who now again has that thumb injury. Sure, it's Cat. He's still going to put up all NBA MVP type of numbers, but if Sims can give the Knicks even just 10 minutes off of the bench like this, I mean, it would just help out so much. Jalen Brunson, 45 minutes. He ended up playing the entire second half for the 3rd time this season. He had 38 points, 14 to 22. The funny thing is Brunson was getting double teamed the entire time, and he had 38. He also gave the Knicks, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, did have 5 turnovers, which kind of makes sense. Again, he's being doubled, and he's trying to make quick decisions. Josh Hart, to me, was absolutely the MVP of this game. I really don't even think it's debatable. I mean, if you want to go Brunson, I can't hate you for it. But I mean, Josh Hart had 17 freaking rebounds at 6'4", 10 points. And you look at it as well, 5 of them were offensive. So it's not like Hart's just sitting there and the ball's finding him or he's leaving his man wide open. No, I mean, Hart is going after it. He was 4 of 9 as well, 49 minutes. This is one of the best games, individual performances the Knicks have had all season. I mean, Hart was phenomenal. Miles McBride, honestly, one of his better games in a while. 13 points, 4 of 5 from the field. Did not turn the ball over, and the reason why I bring that up is because, 1, it's great for us, but 2, I actually bet a good amount of money on McBride not turning it over, and he came through in 22 minutes handling the ball. Good job, McBride. Did have that steal off of Paul George, 3 boards, 3 assists. The efficiency was there. Miles McBride was amazing in this one, man. This is the Miles McBride that we expected coming into the season. I remember when Dante was traded, everyone was saying, well, McBride's just going to step up into that role. It hasn't happened, but, I mean, this is the Miles McBride that we're going to need moving forward. Cameron Payne, 7 minutes, 6 points. I honestly barely remember Payne even playing because it was so early in the game. And then the second half was just all Achua, McBride and the starters. That was it, though. Only 3 guys came off of the bench for Philly. No Cat, no Joel Embiid. So it's a pretty evenly matched game. I mean, a lot of these guys on the Sixers, I personally don't even know who they are. Like Wabasale, Wabasale I think was in the Olympics. But I'm looking at Justin Edwards. No clue who that guy is. Bona, if that's how you pronounce it. Doughton Jr. Council. I don't even know who these guys are. And they came in though and they knocked down some shots and they kept this game close. But the Knicks, they could not have lost this game. Like they found a way to win it. They would have been inexcusable to lose this game. I mean, you're playing the Sixers without Embiid. I know you don't have Cat, but the Sixers, 15 and 24, 6 and 13 at home. Like you got to get this game, and they found a way to do it. But you've got to give a lot of credit to just the starters for the way they play. But also Precious came in. I don't think I talked about him. I think I skipped him. Precious was amazing. Blocked 3 shots, none bigger than that one off of Maxi in overtime off of the backboard. I'm looking at Achua as well, who had 10 points, ended up having 6 rebounds, a steal. Achua was phenomenal, +9 off of the bench. When you play 30 minutes off of the Knicks bench and you're a positive, I mean, that's just not a common thing, man. I mean, I know 30 minutes off of the bench is sort of an anomaly for any team, but for the Knicks, just give them positive minutes, and that's all you need to ask for. And that's exactly what every starter, every bench player did for the Knicks. I mean, you look at them combined, they were a plus, 15? The bench was a +15 tonight. They scored 29 points. I mean, that is exactly what this team needs moving forward. I know there's been talks about, how the Knicks rookies haven't exactly developed into the players the Knicks want to be a consistent part of the rotation. They haven't played. I mean, obviously Tibbs is a smart guy and he knows what's best, but I mean, this is just the example of it wasn't the rookies, but it was just the bench in general. These guys can come in here and play. I mean, Matt Ryan, I think, is completely serviceable with the way he can shoot. And then, like, Landry Shamet didn't play. And then in terms of the rest of the guy, like, I think Porty would be good enough to get some run. I mean, he just blocked 3 shots in the G League last game they played. I know it's the G League, but still. But really, I mean, there's not much else to say. It's a regular season game. As we know, the regular season doesn't mean much. If you can be a top 4 seed, you're fine. Being a top 4 seed means you at least get home court in the first round of the playoffs, which is amazing. I mean, right now, if the Knicks were the 4 seed, they play the Bucks, which I think they'd win that pretty convincingly. The Magic would be a much more difficult story, though. I mean, the Magic with that elite defense and Bencaro, I mean, I wouldn't want to play them in the first round, but at the same time, I don't think any Knicks fan would really complain too much about that as long as this team's healthy and has Mitch back. But yeah, this team, I mean, I don't expect many moves to be made. I mean, they might go out there and trade Jericho Sims for some sort of bench player. I mean, could you imagine if they traded Jericho Sims for Alec Burks? That would literally be hysterical. I don't think that's going to happen. I know the Knicks could bring back Burks, but if they can do that for maybe like a couple of seconds, personally, I would do that. We saw Burks get hot in a hurry in that Pacer series. He was X to step into due to injuries and didn't show any signs of just being rusty. He came in here and just knocked down shots. I'd love to see him back. He left in free agency, of course, to the Pistons. And yeah, guys, that's really it. I mean, it's Wednesday night. Very exciting regular season game. I didn't think this game would be particularly close. I mean, going in halftime, it was 60 to 47, I think, at the top of my head. I think it was 60 to 47 going into half. And all of a sudden, the Knicks just got pretty much blown out in the third quarter, and then they split the fourth, and then they won OT by 6. So it's just one of those games where you celebrate it, but you move on quickly. Like, I'm a Knicks channel, like obviously I make videos, but in 5 seconds here, I'm not even going to be thinking about this game. It's just on to the next one. And who do we play next? And then we'll get out of here. The Knicks are going to take on the Timberwolves Friday night Knicks. Oh, I'm excited for that one, man. Randall and Devo back at the Garden. It's going to be fun. And also Anthony Edwards too. Peace.